Hello there, and welcome to Royal Spotlight. Today, I'm counting down 8 of the most breathtaking red moments in royal fashion history. Dresses that didn't just turn heads in the room, but burned themselves permanently into the public imagination. Some of these looks were elegant beyond words. Some were quietly historic, and some were so unexpectedly perfect that the entire world stopped and stared. Let's begin. We open this list not with the most recent entry, but perhaps the most emotionally resonant one. Because when we talk about royal red dresses, there is one moment that nearly every fashion historian returns to, again and again, as a kind of before and after for the genre. June 17th, 1997. Washington, D.C. Princess Diana arrives at a major fundraising gala dinner for the American Red Cross, and what she is wearing stops the room cold. By this point in her life, Diana was in the middle of one of the most remarkable personal reinventions in modern royal history. Post-divorce, post-palace rules, post-protocol, she was dressing purely for herself, and the world could feel it. Every outfit from this late era had a new kind of intentionality behind it, a directness, a confidence. And this gown, designed by Jacques Azaguri, one of her most trusted creative collaborators, embodied all of that perfectly. The dress was crafted from vibrant crimson red silk georgette and cut into a sleek floor-length column silhouette. From the front, it looked refined and almost restrained. But look closer and you begin to understand what makes it extraordinary. The entire bodice is covered in hand-applied red bugle beads, thousands of them, sewn individually to create a surface that shimmered and shifted with every movement. Around the waist, a matching crimson silk. Georgette sash added structure and movement, its ends finished with those same hand-beaded bugle trims. And then came the back. The deep V-cut back transformed the entire visual identity of the dress the moment Diana turned around. Azaguri himself reportedly described the concept as business dress in the front, party dress in the back. It was a line worthy of Diana herself, witty, understated, and completely on point. She paired the gown with red satin Jimmy Choo slingbacks, and for jewellery, chose her South Sea pearl drop earrings alongside a platinum Vacheron Constantin diamond watch, a piece originally gifted to Queen Elizabeth II, later passed to Diana. History on her wrist, drama on her back, and a gown that has never, in almost 30 years since, stopped feeling relevant. When the guest list for William and Kate's pre-wedding gala dinner at the Mandarin Oriental was announced, the fashion world held its breath. With royals descending on London from across Europe, the style competition was going to be fierce. And yet, when Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden stepped out, she cleared the room. The gown she wore that evening, April 28th, 2011, was an escada design in deep, saturated scarlet red satin, and it was a masterclass in modern architectural dressing. What made the silhouette so striking was the one-shoulder construction. A single strong sweep of fabric crossed her torso and created an asymmetrical ruching detail that gave the bodice incredible visual drama without ever feeling overdone. The structured draping then flowed into a graceful wrap-style column skirt, simultaneously sculptural and fluid, which is an extremely difficult thing to achieve in evening wear. Victoria kept the accessories deliberately simple, sparkling diamond drop earrings and nothing else. No necklace to compete with the neckline, no statement bracelet to pull focus from the satin. She understood that the dress was already doing the talking, and the best thing she could do was let it speak. Her hair was pulled back into a sleek, centre-parted low chignon, a classic choice that elongated her neck beautifully and allowed both the earrings and the one-shoulder neckline to read clearly. Makeup was soft and timeless, a gentle, smoky eye, soft blush, and a glossy, neutral pink lip that balanced the intensity of the scarlet without competing with it. In a room full of extraordinary women in extraordinary clothes, Victoria wore red and made it look like the only logical choice. In most royal wedding stories, the fashion narrative belongs entirely to the wedding day. But Mary Donaldson, the Australian-born woman who was hours away from becoming Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, had other ideas. The night before her wedding, on May 13th, 2004, Mary attended a gala opera performance at the Royal Theatre in Copenhagen. And the gown she chose was so deliberately, so precisely perfect that it nearly overshadowed the wedding dress waiting in the wardrobe. She wore a breathtaking scarlet red gown by Danish designer Uffe Frank, significantly the very same designer creating her ivory bridal gown for the following day. The colour choice was not coincidence. It was intention. The rich scarlet was a direct visual echo of the red in Denmark's national flag, a quietly patriotic statement from a woman who was, in the most literal sense, about to become Danish. The design featured a striking square neckline, elegant cap sleeves, and a beautifully fitted bodice. Uffe Frank has since spoken about drawing inspiration from a historic gown once worn by Queen Ingrid, weaving royal heritage directly into the architecture of the dress. From the bodice, a sleek floor-length skirt swept gracefully to the floor and extended into a short, refined train. But the details that elevated this look from beautiful to genuinely historic were the jewels. Draped across the scarlet gown was the light blue sash of the Order of the Elephant, Denmark's highest order of chivalry, and pinned to it the magnificent Danish ruby parure, ruby tiara, ruby drop earrings, ruby necklace, ruby brooch, a suite of jewels with roots tracing back to the Napoleonic era, now blazing against that red silk in one of the most extraordinary jewellery moments in modern royal history. Her dark hair was parted neatly at the centre, swept back beneath the tiara, and left to flow softly behind her shoulders. The effect was pure, undiluted, regal glamour. And the next morning, she became a princess. But the night before, she already looked like a queen. Not every royal red moment involves a sweeping gown, a diamond tiara, and an orchestra playing in the background. Some of the most powerful fashion statements are made in the middle of a perfectly ordinary Tuesday. And this is exactly what Catherine, Princess of Wales, demonstrated on October 19th, 2021. Attending the Forward Trust's Taking Action on Addiction Awareness event at BAFTA headquarters in London, an organisation close to her heart focused on addiction recovery, Catherine arrived in a head-to-toe red ensemble that instantly became one of the most discussed outfits of the year. The look was anchored by a fitted ribbed turtleneck sweater from Ralph Lauren, clean, modern, and quietly luxurious. Rather than a formal gown, she paired it with a high-waisted flowing pleated midi skirt by Christopher Kane in a perfectly matched scarlet shade. Head to toe, one colour, no interruptions. It sounds simple, but on paper, very few people pull off monochromatic dressing with this kind of authority. What made the outfit sing was the way Catherine styled her way out of the potential severity of all that red. She introduced warm, autumnal tones in her accessories. A structured Delia London tote bag in deep toffee leather with gold hardware, and Ralph Lauren Celia pumps in a rich tan suede. The caramel tones broke the intensity just enough, creating a colour story that felt considered and sophisticated rather than costume-like. Her jewellery was minimal, small gold-twisted hoop earrings. Her hair was in her signature voluminous blowout, and her makeup was soft and fresh, with a nude pink lip that allowed the red to stay dominant. The message of the event was about courage, vulnerability, and the difficulty of asking for help. And the woman standing at the podium in head-to-toe red radiating calm confidence, matched that message completely. Just 2 months after that monochromatic red moment at BAFTA, Catherine gave us a second red look so different in character that it felt like a deliberate artistic contrast, and it became, if anything, even more iconic. December 8th, 2021, Westminster Abbey, the Together at Christmas Carol service, and Catherine stepped out in a bespoke scarlet red coat dress by Catherine Walker that immediately called to mind old Hollywood at its most glamorous. The piece was crafted from structured wool crepe and built on Walker's signature bow-tie coat dress design. What made it truly special was the layering of its details: strong, defined shoulders, delicate, vertical pleats cascading from the neckline, and then the piece de resistance,